How's it going, guys? Jordan coming to you with another video with Agape, spreading the highest form of love, one day at a time. Hope you guys are having a great week. I know I am. Wanted to go over a topic today, treating your neighbor as yourself. Now, what does this practically mean, and how do we practically apply this information to our lives so that we're living better, more beautiful, and more satisfying lives? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly how I interpret it and how I've seen it made useful in the lives of people like my mentors. So, when it comes to treating your neighbor as yourself, you have to learn to, number one, love yourself and respect yourself as you would another person. Now, this does not mean that you love and respect your neighbor more than yourself. You have to love and respect yourself just as much as you love and respect your neighbor. So it's not that you think of your neighbor being above yourself, which is lacking dignity, or below yourself, which is pride, but rather as yourself. Think of them that way, loving them and respecting them as if you would respect and love yourself. Now, thinking too much of oneself and you're too highly of your own abilities can be prideful. So that's where it's important to administer humility. And humility in itself protects yourself and protects other people, because pride attracts rivalry. Watch this. Pride attracts rivalry. It's powerful because it's true. Whenever we're prideful and we think too highly of our own accomplishments, we naturally attract people that want to tear us down, or we attract people that are spiteful or just dislike us because of that, because we attract that form of attention in society. But when we're humble and we do well, people look up to that. Now, there might be people that are envious of you, but you're not going to attract the same type of energy from people when you are a naturally humble person. So when we treat our neighbor as ourselves, we also have to administer a level of humility, which is thinking of ourselves less. Think of ourselves less or less highly, and look at another person as if they are just like ourselves, on the same level as ourselves. A good person once said to me, "Jordan, I was taught to treat the CEO the same as I was taught to treat a street sweeper. You should not treat a CEO any different than you treat a street sweeper." How powerful is that? And so when we learn to love and respect our neighbor as ourselves, that's when we learn to complete the golden rule: treat your neighbor as yourself. So I like to think of it as three qualities that must be fulfilled: love, respect, and then humility, which is more focused on how we come off to other people. So with these three combined, it's a powerful combination which leads to a fulfilling life and a beautiful, blessed life. So where does love come in, right? When it comes to how we view other people, our perspective. Well, the definition of love as it's used in ancient terms is agape. That's one form, and that's the highest form of love. Let's concentrate on that one. So agape has to do with the will. And the will is like your decision making. Every decision you make has to do with your will. And so agape means that you are selflessly devoted, or it's like a sense of duty that you have to a person. That's love. So that, looking at that towards every person, treating our neighbor as ourselves, or treating the person that you're next to or near or around as yourself, it means that we selflessly serve that person with our actions, with our decisions, with our conduct, right? It's not always easy to do it with just our emotions, but when we look at love as being something higher, transcending just the emotions, and being a combination of the emotions, the decisions, and the sensibilities, right? Sensibility as being your ability to discern what should be done and what's right to be done in a certain situation. That's the correct view of how we practically love another person as ourselves. When we're patient with them, when they are causing us to become frustrated, when we show affection to them in times of need, or even in just showing affection to them on a daily basis, when we provide something for them when they're in need. Those are all examples of the highest form of love, which is agape, which entails every form of selfless service to a person. It's all about caring for them without concern for something in return for the self. And so when we do that, we are fulfilling that practice in a way that is righteous. Now, why should we do that? When we fulfill these practices in a way that is righteous and in a way that is serving others and showing love, showing agape, we're going to naturally live happier lives. We're going to attract more people into our lives, and we're going to have lives that are utmost fulfilling and that bring cheer. That's the best way to look at it, and because that's the truth. And I truly believe that it's true. The best life that you can live is a life full of love. And anybody that tells you anything else is not really realizing the power of that. Now, there are other factors that could play a part, but it ultimately comes down to perspective. And it ultimately can come down to your situation, which does change when you live a life full of love. So hey guys, this has been Jordan with Agape, spreading the highest form of love one day at a time. Please let me know what you thought about the video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let them watch the video. I want to impact several people's lives and have this begin to change the way that we think about loving each other. Hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you next time. Peace.